What is going on, guys? Carlos here from Live Gaming Paradise. We are back again with another episode of the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. This time we are doing the Dragon's Tears, and this is a main quest that you pick up originally from Kakariko village. From Kako, and then you go and see Impa, and you collect your first tear while you're there. So there's 12 tears in total, and the first one has already been collected. So if you haven't watched that one, it's called Impa and the geoglyphs, and you collect your first one, which is going to be in this location right here, but you will need to have started the previous quest and started the quest line in order to do it. So 11 to go. We need to go over to this shrine here, and when we get there, it's the Maui Siwi shrine. When we get there, we see Impa on this platform here, and she's looking for more tips on the geoglyphs. So we've collected already one, we've got 11 left to go. And we're going to go and find out a little bit more. So in order to carry on with the quest, we're going to need to go over to the next room. I was looking for stuff in here to see if there was anything that I needed to lift, or you know, like a slab on the floor or something like that, but there's nothing here. You can just keep on walking over to the next room, and then we're going to go to the following room as well. So have you seen this massive statue here from a goddess that you normally pray to, but this one is much bigger than the other ones? And then you come into this room in here, and you'll see that there's going to be quite a few stones and like an ornament in the center. Pretty cool. But it's in the next room that we're going to carry on the quest. There's 3 of these sundials here, always handy to have. So if this is the first time you're here, thank you very much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're a member or a regular, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Right, you come to this room in here. This is like a map room, and when you touch down, Impa will come and explain to you about what needs to be done, which is to collect all the tears from all of the geoglyphs. So the Dragon's Tears is the name of this main quest. This isn't a main quest. I thought I had already done all the main quests, but it looks like I haven't. So I still have to find Zelda, and looks like this one will explain everything, because you'll get a lot of cutscenes. But I haven't put any of the cutscenes in here. I've cut every single cutscene out because these cutscenes are just very long, and it's better if you enjoy them yourselves. So I'm not giving you, I'm not kind of like spoiling it for you. So we're going to mark all these places down. I've marked it with some pins, and some lit up pins, and I marked them with some stars when I ran out of pins. But you know, the markers in here are a general location. Some of them are way off, but they are in the vicinity of where the geoglyphs are. So you know, you just have to kind of like use them as guidance to go to the nearest tower. But when I get to where the actual drop is, or the tier is, I will show you on the map exactly where it is. So I will remove the pin and I will show you on the map. This is just so you can have a general idea of where to start off from, you know, what tower is the nearest one, but it doesn't mean that they're accurate, because they are not. Right, so we're going to go and mark all of these ones. Just make sure that you slow down the video and mark them yourselves, because we're going to need to kind of like go towards where they are. And if you don't know where they are, or you can't see them on a mini map or anything like that, then of course you're going to be blind going after these things. And some of them, they're quite hidden. Others are in different parts of the map that you probably wouldn't thought that it would be. But you know, it's always good to kind of like mark everything, and then I will replace the star pins with these lit up pins in order to do the last ones. So this one is going to be up here, right near the Tabanta, North Tabanta snowfield. So we are marking these ones with stars, and then I will replace them afterwards. And there's going to be quite a few of them, especially another one down here. There's actually, so we collected 1, there's 11 of them, but you actually collect 10. And then when you collect the 10th, it will show you where the 11th is, which is the final one. So and then you will get, you know, like this. Another thing is, I didn't collect this in order, so all of your memories might be out of order. So it's probably best that you skip the whole thing, the whole memory, while it's playing out, and watch them one by one from the beginning. I think that's the best way to do it. Right, we're gonna go and find the first one, and in order to find the first one we need to go over to this tower right here, Lindor Bros Tower, and then we need to glide down. So we need to get into the tower, go all the way up. Again, during these gliding sessions, because they are so long and take such a long time, I've sped up most of them directly until you get directly over the geoglyph. So on this one here, we're going to see that the teardrop is right here, and this is the Tabantha Hills. So we just step inside, and then the cutscene will start, and there's a very lengthy cutscene. All of these ones will have very lengthy cutscenes, but I've cut it all that out. So it's time for us to go and find the number 2 that we need to get into. So as you can see, it's just a little bit off the pin, but if you go into that general direction, you'll be able to see it from the top. Now we're going to go over to the next one, the Turakawak Shrine, and to this one, because there's no nearby tower, I just had to run all the way up there. So you just have to keep on going in the direction of the pin and climb up this kind of like mountain here, and when you get to the top, you'll see that there's a geoglyph in here, and this is where the drop is, and I'm showing you on the map exactly. See, it's not in the right location. The pin is not in the right location. It's in the general location of where it is. So this is the actual current location and where the drop is. So just step in and click examine, and then we're gonna go and do the third one. So we need to go over to a different location and do this one. This is a really long quest. You know, it took me like 2 hours to do this because it was just so long to go from location to location, to mark everything down, to research. It just took a very long time. So now we're going to go over to the Gerudo Canyon Skyview Tower, and then we're going to glide down to the next location. Again, I've sped up most of the gliding down, but you'll be able to see because it's very close to the tower. Anything that I felt that it couldn't be explained without leaving it like real time, I left everything real time. But if I thought that you could see, as you can see, it's on the cliff there, and the tier is going to be on the actual shelf here in between the two parts of this mountain where the snow is, exactly here. But I will try to show everything, you know, as much as I could, because this took hours to do. It's I mean, nobody would watch that type of video if I uploaded this for 1 or 2 hours. It just makes absolutely no sense. So I'm showing you exactly where it is. Saphir's Table is where this one is, and hopefully you'll be able to find this. If you've got any questions, just leave them down in the comments below, and I will try to answer every single one of them. But in order to save some time and get make this video as short as possible, that is the reason why I cut most of this stuff. Most of the gliding and things that are not really necessary, like cutscenes and things like that. Right, we're going to go over to the next location, and to get to this one, we're going to go and use the tower to the right. It's pretty close to this location in here. I was just like looking around to see what else I could do. I mean, we can go to the Pikida's Stonegrave Skyview Tower. That's going to be right at the top, and we're going to go and get one of those ones that have got a star on them. So that's one is right up north, and we'll be able to see it from right up here. As you can see, it's right there. You can't miss it. When you go to the right Skyview Tower, you will be able to see it from the top. And then the only thing that is remaining is to try to find exactly where the drop is, and it's better to do it while you're up in the air than to wait until you land, because, you know, obviously you're going to be very close to the geoglyph, and it's going to be more difficult for you to actually find the puddle. But as you can see, I'm zooming in and out so you guys can see exactly where this one is as well. It's not very hidden. It's quite, because there's so many drops in this one, it is a little bit tougher to find out where it is, but it's not impossible. Right, we're gonna go over to the next one, and we are filling up all these memories very quickly. This is meant to be done slowly, but obviously I'm doing them all at the same time, which takes a lot longer and it's a lot more repetitive. Poplar Foothills Stable, Poplar Foothills Skyview Tower, I mean, and we need to go over to the tower, and there's going to be, I think, a couple in this area that you can access with the same tower. So the first one we're going to see is going to be that one right there, but that's not the one that we're going to go into. We're going to go over to the one right on the cliff, further down, as you can see, and that one is the one with the red pin. So we need to go all the way down here, and then we need to climb the cliff, and then I can tell you exactly where the drop's going to be, which is going to be on the other side. There's like a couple of like lumps in here, and then it's going to be on this side in here, kind of like bulges in the mountain. As you can see, it's far from where I marked it, but this is the location. It's in a general location, if you know what I mean. So we're going to go and collect this one as well, and we're going to make our way on to the next one. And the next one is pretty similar to this one. We're going to use the same tower, and we're going to collect it. It's kind of like in the woods, so it's hidden by the trees, but I'll tell you exactly where it is, and I'll show you on the map as well where it is. So we go back to the same tower, the Poplar Skyview Tower. Is it Poplar Skyview Tower? It's called. I can't remember the names of these towers. Poplar Foothill Skyview Tower. Here we go. So you need to go back to that one. We're going to do the yellow pin now. And in order to do the yellow pin, it's very simple. It's the first one you see. So once you get up in the air from the Poplar Foothill Skyview Tower, you'll be able to kind of like glide down all the way to where it is, because it is so close to where we are. So we are concentrating on the yellow pin, so we need to go over to that location here. As you can see, like half of this geoglyph is covered with trees, so it's going to be on that part that is covered with trees. So it's going to be on the left hand side in here. We just need to kind of like go to the left in here, but I will show you on the map now to give you the correct location of where it is. So this is where it's going to be, in the middle of the trees in here. So if you can't find it, just go into the little woodland in this region or in this area here, and you'll be able to find it. But that's the exact location of where it is. So we need to just get into the puddle once again, and we're going to go and activate this one and move over to get to the next location. Right, the next location, we're going to go into a different part of the map. I mean, these geoglyphs are spread right around the map, and it's really tough to find them sometimes, you know, but hopefully with this video that will clarify everything for you, and you'll be able to find them a lot easier, especially if you marked everything down with pins and everything. So it should be okay, you know, it should be much easier. Right, we're going to go over to another location here. So we're going to go to the top one in here, Typhlow Ruins Skyview Tower, and then we're going to do one that is going to be really close to this tower here. So we just need to go to the top, and again I sped up a little bit of this gliding down, but you should be able to see it from the top. It's like a shape of a sword, so we just need to go in the direction of the sword, and it's right on the tip of the sword. Where the drop or where the tear is right here. But I will show you again on the map so you guys can see exactly where it is. Look how far this one is from where it is. I had an idea that it was going to be up here, but just how far it was from the actual place where the geoglyph is astounding. I thought it was much closer than that. But you know, when you're doing this and you're marking things from where you've seen them, it's quite difficult to memorize and to kind of like explain exactly where they are or mark them exactly where they are, because these geoglyphs are massive anyway. They take quite a large area, and you can't, it's not like a real place exactly where you can be. So the sword is coming off the map, as you can see right on the top. Right, we're going to go over to the next one. I'm just going to swap these couple of pins in here with some the stars with some pins, and it's time for us to go and do another one. There's another one in here. There's 4 remaining, I think. So we can go and do this one down here, Rebella Wetlands Skyview Tower, and we're going to do the one on that little curl, and it's going to be another. I think it's called the scimitar. It's like a sword, but like a Arabic sort of sword, you know. I think that's what it is, a scimitar. I think we've got some of those weapons before as well, and it's right on the tip there, as you can see. We just need to go in that general location, and and just come down to the bottom here. It's going to be in one of the hills here on the left hand side, so you just have to kind of like go into towards that location and you should be okay. The actual location is pretty close to the one I marked on a pin, and it's right there, yeah, so you should be able to find this without many problems. Now we're going to go over and start this a cutscene, and then we're going to go over to the next location, and the next location is in the Gerudo Eldin region. I did the northern part one first, and then I will come down and do the 12th one, I think, or sorry, the 11th one, and then the 12th one will come afterwards, but I have already marked it on the map. So the 12th one is going to be the one in the swirl where there's a shrine in there. It's got a red pin now on it, but we're going to go over to do the Eldin one first, the Eldin Canyon Skyview Tower, and we're going to jump over from the top here and glide down in order to get to the geoglyph, which is going to be in that location right there. As you can see, it looks like a rug kind of thing. You just have to glide down very close to the Skyview Tower, and the teardrop is going to be right near the center, so there's going to be quite a few drops around, but that one is going to be right near the center in the middle, or sandwiched in between two of them. Look at that, that's very far from where I'm actually ended up, but I knew it was going to be close to that tower, so you know, I tried to put it as close to the tower as possible, so I knew I would have to use that tower in order to get to this geoglyph. Right, we're going to go inside and activate this cutscene, and we're going to go over to the next location, which is going to be the final location actually, and then you will get the extra one. The extra teardrop is going to be given to you at the next location that we're going into. So all we need to do now is load up this map, and I was having a look at all of the memories that I've unlocked, and I think I've only got 2 remaining if I'm not mistaken. So number 12 and number 17, and that's all of the ones missing. So we need to go over to the map, and we're going to go over to the right hand side in here and go to this location below, Yomizuki Shrine. We need to travel over there, and then we can glide down to where that pin is going to be. So I think the location is pretty close to that pin as well, so it shouldn't be very easy, shouldn't be very hard to find. So Yomizuki Shrine is inside of a cave, so we need to kind of like climb these ruins in here and then just use ascent, and you'll be on the top at the surface. It'll be much easier to find the geoglyph. So I had to run there. You just go towards where the pin is, mark the yellow pin, make sure that you are going into that direction, that general direction. When you get up here, you'll see it's a massive one. It's right exactly where the yellow pin is, so this one is quite accurate. And then all we need to do is go all the way to the left hand side in here, and our teardrop is going to be on the top left in here. You'll be able to see it once we get there, and I'll be able to show you on a map. Here we go, right in here. So all we need to do now is show you on a map exactly where it's going to be. So the yellow pin is very close to where the location of the teardrop is, and so all we need to do now is actually just step in and activate the cutscene, and that will be the memory before the last that we get. So I've not done these memories in order, so this is the reason why I thought it was better to skip everything and then watch it one by one, so you can understand the story and understand the lore behind it. Right, so when you go inside and you get everything, you'll hear like kind of like a screech, and you'll see a dragon on top. This all makes sense if you watch all the cutscenes, because or else it just won't make much sense. You won't understand exactly what it is unless you watch the whole thing, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. So the dragon will shed one more tear, and you will be on that swirl. As you can see, I've already marked that on the map. There is a shrine in there, so if you've got this shrine, that's really handy, because you can just go directly there. If not, you can always go from one of the towers on the side. So I visited 11 geoglyphs. So we can obviously go from the Mount Lanero Skyview Tower, and oh, actually, you can go to the Akala Tower and glide over that if you haven't got it. It's quite a long trek, but it's possible to be done. If you do have it, then you can just go to Gemimix Shrine and basically just go directly there. The portal is going to be right in front of the shrine, so all you need to do is just step in and watch your final memory. And this has been a long drawn out process of doing every single one of these memories. I'm shocked just the amount of time that it took to do these and to edit all of these, to try to make it as short as possible. But it was really enjoyable, and I think without watching all of these memories, you won't fully understand what Tears of the Kingdom is all about. So I genuinely recommend you guys to watch all of these, and you'll be able to understand exactly what it's all about. So I guess this is it for this one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you did like this video, or if this video helped you, please give us a like. Consider subscribing so I can continue releasing more content like this. If you'd like to know how I make my YouTube videos, how I work with video, audio, thumbnails, or what programs I use, what software I use, I've made a series of videos for members, so if you become a member, you'll be able to access those videos, and that will give me a little kickback, and you learn something in the process. So I guess this is it for this one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.